Alright. How's it going, everyone? Welcome. Welcome back. We're chilling. Let's do some painting today. So you guys obviously won't be seeing much of me going on here. We'll be taking a look at our little bold action miniatures today. Just having a little bit of a chill stream, hopefully. Trying not to get a copyright strike, but we probably will. But hey, you know, whatever. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks. So the goal is to get. We have a couple figures from last stream. This is one of them. Now they're glossy. I haven't put the matte finish on it yet, but this is kind of like the ink quality that we're kind of looking for on our figures here. So this is a little SMG carrying British infantry. How's it going, Dino Guy? Good to see you, bud. But yeah, as you can see, you know, the gloss is a little distracting, but once it gets hit with a little bit of a matte varnish over on top, it'll really be popping out. And honestly, you really see these guys from this point of view the most, right? Because, you know, it's a tabletop game, so it's pretty readable, which is good. You know. Now, my first painting experiment when it came to bold action kind of ended up like this. This is just another infantry unit. He's kind of holding a grenade. You know, this was a different type of wash. This is like a wash that I threw together. But I'm a little meh about these ones. You know, it's not quite as dark as I like it. The one thing that I think this one did succeed pretty good at, which was kind of unifying the colors a little bit more. To be more of a realistic tone, you could say. Like even the backpack there. But you know, I didn't thin the paints right on that model or anything, so there's a lot. But how's everyone going? All right, so I think we're gonna start with this little Piat guy. Little Piat infantryman. He's got a rifle strapped over his shoulder. He's holding a Piat. We did a lot of the base coat last time I painted, but there's still things to throw on. Skin tone, the Piat itself, the rifle, some of the bag details, and things. So that's what we're hopefully gonna start. Now, obviously, you know, I'm just painting out my computer desk, right? This is the only way for me to stream this well, so you know, bear with me here. So I think we're gonna start probably with the Piat here, because, well, actually, you know, you kind of want to paint, in my opinion, back to forward, almost like a real painting, because if I paint the Piat first and then try and paint his face here, I'm sure I'll get plenty of paint just on the Piat. This little anti-tank launcher, or HE launcher, you know. So I think we'll start with some basic skin tone. I'm just gonna use some of this Carne base, basic skin tone. You know, it's really clear. That's what one is used for, right? So I have to kind of get enough pigment out here. This thing might need shaking a little bit. Mix it up. Now it just kind of looks like a dog. Use the bathroom on my napkin here. I am using a damp paper towel as a palette. You know, they're good little temporary things. If you wet it, the paint will generally stay active a little bit longer. I tend to paint pretty slowly, so I might need that. And these paints, usually you can thin them with just water, but I actually have a little bit of a thinner here I'm going to be using. This brush is a little stiff, so it'll take a second to actually kind of reactivate. But see how I can do this without blocking too much here with my big ol' hands. So let's see. Now, I like skin tone to me should be really done in very thin layers. And since I have a pretty dark primer on here, it's gonna be a little weird. You know, it's, the dark is gonna really show through and almost like dye his skin in odd ways, but that's what you know, do a thin coat. Looks like fun? Yeah. You know, it's a fun little relaxing hobby that I'm trying to get into. Something that's super chill. Also, the wet towel thins the paints out a little bit too, and just inherently, which is good. Maybe maybe once I actually have like a couple armies painted up, we'll invite Wrap Supply. I just don't. So we're gonna have to either mix our own kind of Piot colors or, you know, be okay with it being a little wrong, which to me it's not a bad thing to be too wrong here. Let me adjust my, trying to figure out what a good lighting level is here. Thanks, chatbot. You're a champ. Alright, I'm gonna try turning up the brightness just a bit. It might make it too washed out. Yeah, it's too washed out. Also, I'm literally using a crappy web camera for this, so it's not gonna be the highest quality footage on the internet here, is it? No, it is not. Get some skin tone on his big old forehead right there. Yeah, these next batch of models that I want to do a wash on and everything, you know, I kind of want to increase the detail quality on them and really kind of clean them up more than my first batch. Right? To me, this is kind of still one of my first batch ones. There's things that I just want to do maybe a little bit better over time. I'm not going to go back and try and fix batches that are kind of complete and stuff. There's, in my opinion, no point doing that, right? Don't want to, because, you know, you can do that forever. Is the audio and everything, chat? How we doing? Process before you paint? Do you wash the figure, warm water, and dish soap? No, I don't do that. That actually might be a good idea to do, because I'm sure when you're assembling these, you probably get, you know, oil from your hands and stuff on them. But I don't really have a fixed process currently. I don't have many of these painted yet, really. And these are kind of like my first ones. So I think I have, at the moment, like here, I'll show just a little bit. So like I have like a very weird outcome on some of these. So I have probably 10 finished models, and they're kind of about this quality. The problem with this is that I used the wrong wash type. Oh yeah, we're jamming. We're jamming. I used the wrong type of wash on these. I used an oil-based one that that was so thick that I had to sit here with my finger and rub off the high points. That's why his face looks like, in my opinion, he has serious burns going on. Otherwise, base color turned out okay. Even the base turned out okay. I might want to paint the rim or something before I base next time. Just something to learn. You know, so I have about 10 of these, or 9 of these that look a little, they look okay. And thank you for the compliment. And then I tried when that first wash ended up being really bad. I tried making my own wash just by thinning down kind of a brown of some kind. And it kind of turned out like this, and it's okay. It's okay. But there's just not many shadows popping out. A lot of the details was lost, and I think I was still using too thick of a paint on a lot of these early ones too. And then now I have kind of a newer process where I think I'm using the right thinness on my base coats. My base coats look a lot better than the first 10. You know, really trying to get the lines, and only where paint is needed on there, which is slow. And I think I have a finished one, which I can go grab. So this one is using the army painter wash. So it just needs hit with a kind of a matte finish on it. But I feel like I need to improve faces. I need to improve faces. But now I'm using the darkest army painter wash, which really, it might make the models too dark. Which is why this one I tried to rub a lot more of it off, so he's a little brighter. Because I kind of like that brightness. Makes it easier to read. So, you know, that's what I'm trying. And then, of course, when we get to painting and assembling the tank, the little Cromwell, that'll be a whole other learning experience trying to paint a machine or something for the first time, you know? Something with more metal to it. Anyways, how's everyone's weekend going? You guys doing good? I need to move my microphone. It's more in like the gaming position rather than... Okay. There we go. Now I can actually lean forward a little bit. Don't forget about getting under his nose, you know? Some of these guys are cool. I'm starting to like paint like eyebrows on them. Or like mustaches and things too. On different people. Yeah, that Piot is making it pretty difficult to get on his other side of his face. Yeah, this is another thing we're taking note of too, is if I'm gonna put an arm that's like covering up a lot of their body, I'm gonna leave it off the model until I paint first. Because having to paint around this stuff is a little bit time consuming. And honestly, I feel like the view for you guys, so you can see like the detail, is probably without this bright light that I use to kind of see myself. Because the camera does a lot of brightness correction, right? So like, really, this is kind of what the face is looking like to me. You know, so it does have some details. Enjoying the AC hitting the pool later, nice. 172 scale Union and Confederate soldiers. That is a lot of work. That is probably a lot of work. Like those guys who kind of paint those tiny armies, you know, whether it's the Revolutionary War guys or Civil War or, you know, French soldiers at Waterloo. Like, but 172 is actually not, I mean, it's pretty small. When I eventually do my N-scale train set, right, that's going to be 1/50th scale. I don't know why I'm painting this hand. Probably because I have the skin tone out. .22mm, okay. I think bolt action is 28mm. I don't know why I'm painting this hand. This is such a dumb idea. In fact, I'm gonna take this guy off. I'm gonna do this smarter. Let's go to another one of these guys that might need a second coat. You can see this guy has some weird unevenness to him. We'll try and clean up. You know, he has a weird Donald Trump spray on tan going. Pretty uneven. Alright, don't touch it too much. So I'll end up just taking the paint right off. Just need a thin layer. This guy actually has a mustache in his model, so I have to give him one. Classic 172 and metal, nice. Yeah, in my kit for bolt action that I'm putting together, I have a metal. I think it's a 5-pounder. It's a anti-tank piece, or it might be a howitzer. It might be a howitzer. For some reason, that model's metal. I don't know why. Some of them are metal. I know that was like kind of the old way. A lot of these models were made. That's a good little second coat on his face. Let's get his hands. Gonna do this to remember if you don't remember the password. What? I feel like I was just spoken to in code. You remember the past? We don't need to celebrate violence. I don't. Okay, cool. I don't know how painting a model celebrates violence, but all right. What am I? I am painting a model. Is what I am. I'm painting a war toy. I mean, you know, it's the size of my little finger here. I don't know. Is someone gonna die if they look at this? I guess. No, I'm not a history buff. Honestly, I just think it's a fun game to play. I'm going to be painting a German army next too. just have something to play against. But like, you know, I don't. You know, I used to play guns and stuff growing up, right? Like, bang bang, you're dead. So you know, I don't see anything wrong with that. This is not very good trigger discipline he's got here, you know. His finger's actually kind of on the trigger. Trying to find like a good... I need to like find a consistent spot so you guys can see a little bit. Asking what we need to know. I don't know. Like it feels like you're trying to bake in some sort of philosophical question inherently by asking, I guess. It's almost like when I was in art school, my art teachers would be like, "Yeah, but what does this painting mean?" Like it literally looks cool. Like I don't. For me personally, I don't over think things. I don't really have a message here or thought process as to why I'm painting historical figures or what's important about the historical significance. Is it celebrating violence or not? Like, it's just not something that even crosses my mind. Alright, I think that hand looks a little bit better now. Not to say people can't have those conversations, because you know, for certain people, they're probably important conversations to have. Alright, let's give this guy a second coat. And again, you know, you can see, I'm not putting on thick enough or anything to cover up the details. You can still see his lips, you can still see his cheekbones, even some folds in his skin and stuff. So, Just 2 light layers. It's kind of all I want to do there. Anything more, I'm sure some of that detail would start fading away. I think let me change the I think I want to change the focus level to about here. Let me change that. Configure video. Camera control. I have it set to manually focus because I think about here is about where I'm painting most of the time. Yeah, if I was trying to use autofocus here, this camera would just be like, I have no idea what you want to look at. Oh boy, that's an angle. Oh, see, this is why you should tilt your models upside down occasionally. And get under his chinny chin. This hand holding these Piot tubes is kind of like a custom job. I wanted his hand to kind of wrap around the tube, so I ended up cutting a notch into it when I assembled this guy. Like he's kind of like reaching through those tubes and stuff. Not how that works, apparently. You know, I looked at more reference images lately, and, yeah, not how that works. So, for some reason I made a handle here, but, oh well. Your paintbrushes from the local hobby store? Yeah, I got them from the local hobby store. This one's a AK Interactive #1. I don't really have a favorite, per se. I did just pick up some new ones. These ones are a little expensive. These are MIGs. This is a much more fine tip brush than what I'm currently using. So I kind of want to use it for highlights. Or something, and then I have an even finer one. This is actually a kit for like doing rust spotches on tanks or planes or metal, but I'm gonna use it for these guys too because they're just so small. Such a small boy. All right. But no, I don't have a favorite. I haven't been doing this hobby specifically enough. And these type of brushes is totally different than what I used in art school. So like in art school, this is a synthetic brush. So it's not like real hair or anything like that. So it's not like I did oil painting in art school. So this would not hold up to oil painting like at all. Long term, so you actually use actual hair brushes, kind of higher quality stuff. This is like a cheap brush, cheap hobby brush. Which is okay, because this is just a hobby. I'm not a professional. I don't have to worry about that, you know? Alright, let's get this guy his Piat painted. That's what I wanted to start with, so. Now, Piat, from what I've seen, kind of comes in different... You know, they use them all over the war in different spots. You know, they have kind of tan ones, tan green ones, dark green ones. I don't know if they have pure metallic ones. I mean, some of these pictures that I'm seeing in Google, they do, but I think that's because their paint has chipped off over time. So I don't have like a standard kind of dark green color. The closest green I have is what I used for is like helmet, straps, backpacks, which is also wrong. During our show, did the class have a picture of Bob Ross on the wall? Actually, a lot of artists don't like Bob Ross. I like Bob Ross because of what he... His paintings aren't technically very good. But for the time that he had to do them, they're perfectly fine in my opinion. You know, but like, you know, I did copies of like Rembrandt's, I did copies of like Lady Jane Grey, Caravaggio. Titian was probably my favorite historical painter. He was a very late Renaissance. You know. I say you know as if you know. I don't know how many people know the Renaissance. Alright. So, what I want to do is I'm going to mix, I think, a bit of natural steel with the green that I do have to kind of darken up the green. And I'm telling you, like, I'm going to use just a dot of this, if possible. And hopefully that'll darken up the green enough. Here. I might have to add a touch of white to bring it back, I don't know. We'll have to see. And also, you know, while I'm using this green, I might touch up the models still. Alright. Get that far away as possible. So, literally just a dot at a time. You know, I might even bring the green over. I think the paper towel absorbed a lot of that paint. I didn't get an actual pigment out. I got mostly fluids. Mostly fluids. No, actually, surprisingly, in art school, there's not many like pictures on the wall of art outside of what the students make. Man, that is just going straight into that fabric. It is literally disappearing. Disappearing. Alright, fine. I'm gonna put them closer. Alright, where? Pray this works. That's a very little change. Okay, we'll add more. There we go. And this is out of focus for you guys, so it's not you guys probably can't see a whole lot of it. Anyways, that's better. That's a darker green, and it's gonna probably even dry darker because this tube is already primed with the dark color. Still might not be dark enough. Oh, it's a little bit more olivey. Than that, which is good. Man, this towel just absorbed all of that. Look what, all of that paint. It's gonzo. Luckily with a tool or something, I don't have to like be too careful, especially since it's floating out here like this, you know? We went to Spain, we visited the Malaga, Spain, which was where Pablo Picasso. Ah, man, I don't like Picasso. Like, dude, when Picasso was doing, like, I don't know if many people know, but like Picasso was actually an amazing traditional painter. Like, absolutely amazing. I mean, he started doing his cubism stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, you lost me there, bud. You lost me. I just don't like modern art, really, much at all. But I'll give Picasso a pass, because at least he had the skill to back it up. You know, he knew what he was doing, and he chose to make, for some reason, that stuff. But when it's new and fresh, you know, it's okay, I guess. You know, it's not quite the same as just doing it without a goal. You know, people like Pollock and them were like that as well, right? If you're kind of the first to do it, I give you much more of a pass. But boy, when people start just being like, yeah, this is a blue canvas, and this is my blue painting. Okay, well, cool. Good job for you, kid. You can see the back part is too light. I'll rub some of this off. I have to redo that spot a little bit. Man, I've never had this towel absorb so much pigment before. It's going crazy. With it. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm losing walking it away from the camera too much. It's weird, honestly, streaming this. It's not super easy to constantly remember, because like when you're painting miniatures, you kind of constantly want to move them around so that you can get the rest angle. But might not help the people watching too much. What are my plans for the rest of the weekend? Well, we're going to be doing some Dark and Darker with Lumberjack Samurai. I don't know if we're playing with Dirty as well. But we're going to be doing some Dark and Darker later tonight. Otherwise, so that's precision, very precise. Let me paint his hand here green real quick so I can cover it up later. Okay. So it looks okay for the Piat, I think. I'll let some of the... And again, you know, I turn that off. Still in the same, like, green, yellow family as the rest of his uniform, but it is duller. Which is okay. Hey Apex, how's it going? Also good to see you, Andy. Welcome everyone, we just chilling. Okay, for this guy, we gotta go back to his hand here. Let me get all this paint off. This brush. Beat the devil out of it. Beat the devil out of it. Wow. Something that's important to not skimp out on is like the fingertips that are just past the weapon. They kind of get that wrapping look. Let's try and get this thumb. A little bit in there. And a little bit on his uniform, but that's okay. We shall live. I think that's the best I can get down there at that inside hand on the other side of the handle there. If I try too much more, probably end up getting slapped. So what I want to do is when the gun dries, I'm going to add some of this natural steel on some of the detail pieces, like the trigger guard, the trigger, maybe the handle itself. It's not historically accurate, and the whole thing would have been painted mostly the same color except for maybe the sight and things, but I just want to break it up. using this. Was that dry as a bit? Hey, Gianni. Let's let's see. Let's change from dark synth to a little bit more just normal synth here. Synth to me is kind of like the best thing to do these things to. You know, otherwise I might have to start breaking out into song if I start playing Elvis, and you guys don't want to hear that. Trust me. Okay. I think we need to do some of these bag details. I need to touch up this guy's uniform too. Actually, let's get his tubes. Tubes. His tubes. Apex UFO. Yeah, he probably was at the hearing, you know, taking notes. Come on. Yeah, that's mostly liquid. That's... There we go. That's what I need. Give me an actual bulb. Okay, so these tubes, I'm gonna combine beige and probably a brown. To try and get some sort of light wood. So what do you guys think about towel? What do you guys think about these little painting streams? I think this is the second one I've done. The first one we did only on Kick. This one we're going on YouTube and Kick. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this brush. Brush is kind of dying. Okay. Here, this lighter brown. It's mostly beige, it looks like, but pretty sure it's going to dry a little bit different than it's going on. Most things do, so. Now I could have also probably painted the Piat this color. as well, but this would be like more the color if these guys were fighting on the Africa front or something. Which would require a whole other different type of uniform, coloration and stuff. You like it? Your husband too, since he does paint himself. Nice. Are they watching? Hello. Yeah, if you guys do cool stuff, you can always join the Discord and share screenshots and things. I need to add more brown into this again. Did I just get a work email? Love it when something happens and contact my group and then they're like, yeah, can you guys fix this? It's like, we're not responsible for that data, but okay. I guess. Sure, why not there, bud? Yeah, wrapped in a skin case. Odd choice. I am not going for super historical accuracy, so also, this is the ammo. Guess I should have just painted it the same color as the Piat itself. But this guy could look cool with a little tubes. How's it going, Silent Dude? I haven't talked to you in a while. Jeez. Just stop coming around. I was even playing Satisfactory and you didn't even pop by. Man. It's almost like you're busy. Alright, now I need to do the metal strips, I need to do the caps. Do I need this color potentially for anything else before I switch? Don't think so. Those are Piat. Dry? Yeah. It's dry. He's dry. Let's get this natural steel going next. Ba, 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 ba. You know what's funny? I see chat responses come up on OBS before they reach me on Restream. Hey Yoda! Yeah, you like those kick emotes. Kick emotes are great. Alright, so for this, I'm gonna do... that's not, that's too thinned. It's too thinned. Let me put it here in the middle. Pull up for me. Need your click while I wait for your keyboard to sync up. Okay. Ooh. Alright. You know what? That might not be dry enough yet. Or for some reason the gun, this natural steel, is just that slick that I can't really do on top. I'm gonna try and get the barrel lined in. Yeah, see, that's like not even showing up on the model. It's also from work. Had me in bed at 8 p.m. a lot lately. Okay. Hopefully work's going alright for you. Yeah. I don't know. It's almost getting put on like a wash. Natural steel. I mean, are you still raiding in WoW? Assuming extremely busy with that or something, also. Let's switch tack. Let's do this leather. Hey. Honestly, I don't even think their shoes were like leather. I think they were just like black. But I'm making them leather because I can. I actually really like this leather paint. It kind of almost dries and finishes it up with like almost like a leathery texture to it. Very flat. Plus, I can just say they were, you know, they've been running through some mud or something. I don't know. I mean, that's one thing about like a historical war game like this, right? Like if I take too much creative liberty, like people are just like, "Wow, are you dumb?" I'm like, "Well, yes." The answer is yes. Look, I should paint these like Warhammer colors, you know? We need a bold action army of just Warhammer artists. That would be pretty funny. Wow, I haven't played for 4 months, but like you did all that effort to like meet the new raid schedule and like all that stuff for your guild, man. Hashtag worth. Right, other little bits. I want leather straps because I can. This is going to be a leather skin for water. I may put leather on the back of this. Playing new Path of Exile. There you go. Gotta stay away from that Diablo 4. How did I do? Okay, so this guy has leather, I think, on. There's water flask here. Or tea flask, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he has some tea. In that one. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. By the way, if you guys are subbing or anything like that, my alerts are still broken from doing the whole restream process. So if I miss any of that stuff, just like yell at me. just hard yell at me. Bo, 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 bo. Worse with Diablo Immortal, both are just as bad. I mean, I have to say probably Diablo Immortal, because it's a fun game. It probably just doesn't play as well. You know? Did I not get his freaking chin? The skin tone? Or is that just a shadow? I think I missed his chin. Good job, me. Alright, guy got his chin blown off. Alright. Hey, you know, he's hanging in there. He's doing alright. More leather details. Old eyes, not what they used to be. Well, this is why I have like a bright light on my end. You know, this is, yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to. This guy gets a little mustache. It is actually modeled on the model. Look at that guy. How dapper does he look with that mustache right there? Good old lip caterpillar going on. Good man. Hey, you know, like, bright light magnifying glass. I mean, honestly, I kind of wish you had that stuff. You even being younger and not even needing it, you know? I'm sure it still just helps, regardless. And I might even, like, save my eyes, almost. But hey, you know, if you need that stuff, and you can still get it done, nothing wrong with that, you know. Watchmakers need magnifying glasses and tweezers. I'm gonna get mad at them for making a small watch? I don't think so. Yeah. Taking your time's super important. The thing that I hate the most, and I don't know what it is, but like if you're like it's like I want to paint this boot, and you like get close and close, and then like your arm just twitches. I hate that. That's the worst. And that happens most when you don't have something to kind of rest your hand on, you know. So like I'm touching finger and pinky, you know, to like kind of I push down on this so that hopefully it limits that potential. What color am I painting the eyes? I don't know, baby blue. The problem is, there's really... It's literally a dot. So what I've done in the past on some of these other models is, number one, I haven't really painted the face on them too much. But what I'm thinking about doing is instead of painting the eyes per se, man, I'm gonna twitch. It's gonna kill me. We just give him an eyebrow. You know, it's a bigger detail than an actual eye. This one kind of got crazy on that side, so I might need to wipe that one off a little bit. Like giving them eyebrows, I think, is easier than giving them eyes. Because honestly, you don't see people's whites of their eyes unless you're pretty close to them, anyways. Oh no. May not be able to rub that one off. Oh well. Oh well. From afar, you won't notice that, you know, his eyebrow got a little crazy at the top. There you go. Just tilt his helmet down. Love when I play with Raptor? Oh, thanks. You know, someone's got to show up and get stuff done. Done. Leather side holster. Yeah, I just feel bad when I stream with other streamers, especially in a building game, because I tend to kind of take over. And I don't know. I feel like that's not good. That's why in that like Hello Neighbor, kind of like Hello Engineer game, I wanted everyone to build their own vehicles, because like I just didn't want to be the only one building. Too far, wide eyes, old Dune. Is that what eye color you have or something? Yeah, I'm 100% leaving the arms off next time. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, very bushy and long eyebrows. Okay. Little leather strap. And that's too big of a spot, but whatever. Not much I can do about it now. Cut off a little bit, I guess. This is the second lieutenant, first lieutenant, I don't know which. Guess it depends on how many points I have left over to spend, you know. My brush is getting some stray hairs, I need to clean it. mustache a little lopsided there, guy? Try fit the arms with the initial primer, and then you do a white primer from a 45-degree angle and see where the highlights go. You can then remove the dry fit arms to get into tight spaces. That seems to help me, so from the sounds of things, hopefully that helps you next time, yeah. I know a lot of people do like a dark primer or a mid-tone primer and then hit it from above with like a spray light primer to do that. Which is, it looks good. And it helps. But I'm gonna not do that. Because honestly, like I'm still torn on if I even want to use a wash. You know, I kinda like just the flat color step. Like when something is fully locked in, it's almost my favorite look of these things. I don't know if that's just like I mean, obviously that's a personal preference, but like I just like it. I like it. That's not really going to show up. It's kind of no point in doing the straps for the binocular. Just really doesn't show up. Maybe if they were black. So the wash, yeah, the wash, but if you want optional, go in afterwards, touch up areas, paneling. Bring back the highlights. Most people... I'd stop at the wash at the moment, though I did test a little bit, like maybe adding... I don't know. My wash is oil based. So putting acrylic over it doesn't really tend to work out. Okay, we get. I think we're okay. Yeah, army paint. I'm also using the darkest wash, which honestly I should probably be using another one. Maybe like the mid instead. But yeah, if I don't like the flat version, I like high contrast, you know? So like dark wash. This guy need his leather details. He does. I actually prefer doing a uniform wash. I like tying it all together with a wash. Kind of unifies the model. I mean, it's super glossy. Like, I have to hit it with a matte finish and then potentially go over it. Like, I think this one, I tried going over the bags a little bit again. Like, to kind of, like, highlight this part of the bag from the upper part of the bag, or, like, the tops of the bag. But, I think I'll just have to keep experimenting until I find like exactly my process. Biggest thing I know though is paint slow, paint thin, build it up. It's not a race. I mean, unless you're in a tournament and you're actually racing or something. Yeah, it'll be nice too once these are all based like this guy. Some fake grass. This is literally just dirt from my yard, sifted down. And then I kept a couple big pieces for like flat rocks. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I put a matte varnish on after dipping it, or after it dries. But I feel like I need to do the highlighting before the matte step too, if I plan to do any of that highlighting stuff. That's really hard to see in there. You guys probably don't see anything here. By the way, just an FYI, for Labor Day weekend, I'm going to be in Florida visiting some family, so no streams on that weekend. Hey, Space Effect, thanks. Some good old white glue, dip it in dirt, shake off the excess, let it dry, and then stick grass on it. Hey Dan, how's it going? For a stream like this, it looks... Oh, thanks. Well, welcome to the channel. I don't do this very often, you know, mostly games, but occasionally we'll mix it up. Enjoy yourself. I'm glad you retired. Yeah, that probably would be a great feeling. I think my dad's trying to retire here the next 3 to 5 years potentially. I just wish I had a better setup for the streaming this, because like I just don't. Like here, I'll pull the camera back a little bit so you can see. The camera is literally clipped on to this little desk lamp that I have. So I just unclip it. So like I have this desk lamp here, is hanging on this bar. And then like paints are over here. There's you guys. Like it's Not designed for this. For this. You were first to retire at 50. I was first responder at 9/11. My health is not great, so I was asked to retire on that. That sucks. You guys get the shaft on that. True American heroes. That group right there. All first responders to that site should, in my opinion, get free healthcare for life. Full stop. And I'm even a libertarian that like doesn't like government handouts. It's just like, yeah, you guys kind of provided a service, so. Hey, Forn. Jamming over and kick now, huh? So yeah, but have fun and get around. We really got the shaft to work in New York, not. C9 monitoring program covered us for life until the government took over it. Yeah. How goes the painting? I don't know, you tell me. Also, did I touch the camera? Is it? Actually, here. Ah! You guys fell! I'm sorry. Hey, you know, that's just the type of person you are. I personally would have been running away, but, you know, people who are like police, firemen, EMS, you guys are a different breed. I don't know, it's still messy, like, you know, I have like dots here and there that aren't very good, but we're getting there. Let's do leather for these caps. Almost threw the model across the room there. Good job, me. Can't see me painting? How you mean? Did a stream break or something? Or was I over here doing something? I might have pulled away from the camera. All right. You know what? I might have lost the angle too. Oh, okay. Yeah, when you're doing these small details, you know, you have the tendency to just put it right on the tip of your nose. What I consider doing Warhammer miniatures. I'm not a huge Warhammer guy. It's just not my type of game. I like the rule set of bolt action, and I like the fact that it's kind of grounded in history and reality. While I'm not like a huge history buff, you know, I think it's an interesting challenge to like balance a game off historical armaments. You know, like how do you balance that as war? But Warhammer, nah, I don't think so. It's definitely cool. Like, I like looking at Warhammer miniatures, but Napoleon soldiers I would be great at. The one game that I might end up trying at some point in my life is maybe, I think there's one for, what is it, the British-Irish War, Sharp? Didn't they also make a TV show called that, too? Dark and Darker worth a buy. I'm stuck in that road of what to play at the moment. I like Dark and Darker, you know. I like it. I don't know how good you are at like games like Mordhau, Chivalry, or things. You know, you might get completely rolled by like a geared player when you first log in. You know, you're going to be dying a lot. And at a certain point, you just kind of like become immune to being upset that you died. And then you can start messing with people. Messing with people is the best thing in that game, you know? In my opinion. Like as a rogue, just stab them, poison them, and just literally run away. And just wait for everything to completely reset. I mean, yeah, they can heal up and everything, but you will slowly whittle them down. Yeah, addicted to Palia. Palia is fun. I'm at the end of the storyline stuff, so I'm taking a break from it. Sorry, I'm cleaning my brush here. It's getting scummy. Very, very scummy. Why does it sound like I'm playing Satisfactory now? Interesting that they keep their like chin strap up there, unless that's like a strap for something else. Okay, so I think we got all, if not most, of the leathery doos done. Change of color. Change of color time. Love war game stuff, and Grand Tactician No Civil War is a great game. I like War of Rights. I like, you know, the community can be toxic as fuck, but like, just mute people, but like the way that they encourage line battles and everything, and the ticketing system there is really, really cool. Let's see, I think we're gonna go with this Cavalry Brown next. I'm pretty sure the SMG here, this type of handle is metal, right? I don't think there's much brown on this. Compared to this guy, this is a, I think this is a Thompson, and this is a British one, because it has that side clip coming in. So even the Thompson, you can see, you know, there's just a bit of brown there, and then the stock. Yeah! Come on. There you go. And this thing's gonna come on like so bright red, but it tends to dull down. Alright, this guy, I don't think any of this has wood. I need to look that up. So this guy's not gonna get any of that stuff. This guy though has a giant wood piece of a stick stuck to his back. Yeah, as you can see, that's that's cherry. It's like cherry red, but like it'll dull down, especially when we put the wash on. Played a lot of Chivalry 2. I get it and test it out. Been looking for another game to grind. I was just having fun. Okay, yeah, sure. Play it away. Good luck in the dungeon. If I see you, I will kill you. How did this guy's rifle turn out? Because like the color ends up drawing something more like that. Isn't that crazy? Unless I used brown. I might have used brown. No, it's lighter than their uniform. What about this one? Yeah, see, this is what it looks like when it's dry, with a wash on it. It is pretty red. Feel like Fever Rising all over again. Wow. Just wait until Valheim. And then for some reason, I like paint these little... I don't know what these are with the backpacks. They have like these little winglets on them. But I'm painting them kind of the same color. Brown. Reddish brown. Almost like they're bedrolls or something tucked in here. Like underneath the flap or something like that. Yeah, and then, you know, the redness also goes away when you... Like, that is red. You just cut down that tree, man. Can I get that angle though? I think I got it. Kind of a building competition in Valheim, more like we're gonna have a Uthris is gonna kill everyone in Valheim. Actually, what I would like to probably potentially see in Valheim is I don't think I want to build a giant base again with everyone. I think I'm gonna build my own little base. Off somewhere. Uthris Lightbringer. Good old Uthris Lightbringer, man. Ah! Flew off. It didn't land any paint, jeez. That would have been iffy. Does this guy have any red on him? I'm sure. Do whatever that trench tool-like thing is on his back. I really don't know what this little tool is. No idea. I don't know if Britain had stick grenades. Like the way it's double strapped in there doesn't make me think it's a stick grenade. It's not really easy to pull that out, I wouldn't think, but yeah, I have no idea. Oh, this guy has little winglets too. What, you want me to paint battle damage on them? Nah. Maybe on like the tank. When I get to doing like the armor and vehicles and stuff. I might have like some ricochet marks or you know, something. And what do you guys think of the backpack? I like them. They're cool little backpacks. It's honestly one of my favorite things on the model. This guy doesn't have any. Alright, let's see here. What am I doing with this? Alright, I think that's fully dry now. I'm gonna try the steel again. I might change brushes. Make them a bit worn. I would agree. I don't think I'm gonna try and do that on my first army though. I think that's a little bit advanced. I want to get pretty comfortable doing the base colors and then maybe, I don't know. Need to paint his little teapot. Get these little lines in there too. All right, let's do. What color teapot should I give him? I mean, I don't have all the colors. Should I give him a white one? Because some of them I left kind of like that gray, black. Oh my god, come on, give me some pigment out here. It's literally just spewing liquid out. Shake this up way better. I kind of wish I had like a little like a decal for like #1 dad, so that I could put on this thing. That would be dumb. All right, so I'm gonna leave the opening dark. So I'm just gonna try and paint the rim here, which is gonna be a treat. Already messed it up. And I got his uniform. Good job, me. And actually, that's part of the handle. That's okay. Be black or brown. Maybe not to show up a scene. To get under this arm here. It's gonna be part of the hard thing too if I'm trying to in the future. You know, kind of leave the arms off a little bit. I don't know how I'm gonna hold them to paint them. You know. There's a little button here that I just wanna touch. And I think I'm gonna try and make a silver real quick. This white is actually working really good. I'm gonna add this natural steel to it. So I can get the buckles, I guess. When it gets hit with the wash, that should tone them down too. It won't be quite as white after it gets hit by that wash. Let's try the steel again. See if it actually works. I'm gonna put out a lot more than I need. And dry out my brush. Get rid of like all the thinner, because it seems to really run thin already. Test it on this pistol. Yeah, there's actually like almost metal flakes in this paint. pretty cool. This is a grenade here. Is that running, or is that just a spot of paint that I missed? I think that's a spot of paint that I missed. Okay, I think I understand that this natural steel is not very strong. From like a pigment standpoint, it doesn't. It's almost like a wash rather than anything. So I should probably use it just as such. Because if I try and do what I wanted to do with it, which is over here on these little bars, I bet it's not gonna do well. No, it's not doing well at all. It's not. You can't. It didn't do anything. Didn't really do anything. I can use it to kind of tone down those whites. Nothing else. You need a hobby like this? Well, get yourself some paints. Let me go see if I have any other solution here for that's gray. We'll try London gray. As our matte black. Come on. Try this one instead. What kind of paint do you use? I'm using Vallejo acrylics. Brushes, I'm just using pretty basic synthetic ones, nothing crazy. Alright, let's just... Okay, so that covers. May not be as dark as I want, but at least it puts a smooth coat on. And in this case, I'm honestly fine with the tubes not being perfectly painted. It almost looks like chipped paint to me or something. In some of these areas where the primer kind of shows through, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna like try and overly smooth that out. I think I let my paper towel be a little too wet. Kind of just absorbing the paint. What if I combine natural metal with the gray a little bit? See if that helps us out at all. Otherwise, I need to go and just buy a straight matte black pigment, you know? See, it's literally doing nothing. I mean, it's darkening it. Barely. Maybe I'm just going crazy, is it? It shows up better on camera than what I see with it, I feel. I don't know, but all this paint just disappeared. It's now at the at the bottom of this paper towel. Shows up nice. Yeah, it just takes multiple passes. I'm figuring it out. Figuring it out. I also feel like it maybe dries stronger than the way that it comes on, which is kind of interesting. Paints don't normally do that. Normally they're kind of the strongest when you first apply them, but this one's almost the opposite. And I wonder if that's just like the metal flakes kind of settling and working in there, you know? Seems strange, no Raptor stream today. Oh. Are you saying you'd rather go watch Dino Guy than me? That's... Yeah, I think it's doing something. I don't think I can tell you guys what he's doing, but he's doing something. I think I can say he's in New York. Though I don't know if that's this weekend or another time. Pretty sure he's in New York, though. He's not streaming right now. Okay. Oh. You need a model train, so you'd be good at it. I do want to start a model train set. I'm actually kind of using bold action as a kind of step into that direction. Alright, I'm gonna try something. It's gonna probably go poorly. Okay, he's not a good example. Okay, this guy. Alright. Alright, we're gonna... try to get his teeth a little bit. I have an N-scale setup, built it for 8 years, finished, then start all over again. Actually, that's the scale I want to do, N-scale. Because the room I'm in is over my garage. And I have a whole wall behind me that I can use to build up a table and set up a route. I also want to I want it to be dual gauge. I want to N3 and N scale. But like the here, I'll show you guys. Hi, it's Uthris, guys. Look at that. But yeah, that whole wall back there. It's kind of what maybe if I crouch down more. There you go. Yeah, from basically there to there. Is where I want it. Okay, well, tell you what. I think we did pretty good today. You know? You have your whole basement? There you go. Get her done. This is kind of... Now, obviously, some of these already had some base coat on them, so... We didn't do everything, but I'm glad this guy's face really smoothed out. I'm happy for... I don't know... I think long-term, I want to get good enough to where I can actually add, like, some color to his cheeks. People's faces, their chins, kind of like from cheeks down, tends to be a little bit more bluish and greenish in skin tone. And then your cheeks are red usually, and then your forehead kind of goes to that paler, kind of into the yellows because of how thin your skin is up on your forehead. Just little art tricks. The trains are never done, true. And we got this guy. Look at that mustache. He is ready to lead this division. This guy is just ready to go. Then our actual Piat launcher here. Yeah, you can see now that this is kind of dried, it's cherry. It's almost like a cherry wood. So it's not the right color, and I might try and mix some just normal brown into that next time. I think I did that before. So now I gotta give these guys a wash. And then let them dry. But I might do that later. I don't want to have to crack open that wash container right now. Because I have to kind of eat. I haven't eaten today, which is weird. But I haven't really been hungry. So if you're not hungry, don't eat, you know? So here, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw. Ooh. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Hey. Get up there. Get up there. Alright. 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 Let me adjust my web camera again. Focus. Auto. Zoom. Freaking get away from my face. Camera. Alright. Boom, boom. Chatting. Don't know why that didn't save. Should be this. Cool. Alright. Also, why is my web camera all weird? There we go. There we go. Okay, well, tell you what, thanks for joining us today on a little bit of a painting adventure. You know, I can't do these all the time, especially stream-wise, because I just don't have a permanent setup for this. So, like, you know, rearranging my desk and everything is not something I like to do too much. Though what I'm doing here is like the bare minimum and really lazy kind of stuff to do. But I had to go move everything back to my table. You know, most of the time I'm doing this actually over there at my own little desk, listening to like a book on tape or something. So thanks everyone for chilling with us. Hope you enjoyed it. Obviously you've seen me play Bolt Action on stream. We might need to do that again here soon too. Not sure. But let me see. Here. I think we're good. I don't know if anyone else is streaming that I know. Send you guys around to tabletop. Oh, okay. I'm gonna send you guys somewhere. Okay. So, this guy is who I watch for Bolt Action. I don't know what he's streaming this very second, but I want to see if he actually allows for redirects. So that'd be cool. No, I don't think he does. don't think he does. Let me... Hold on. Let me pull this up here. Unless he just went offline. YouTube needs to be so much better at telling me if someone's live. All right, there you go. This guy.
Okay. Let's do
This
it.
guy's good.
So I'll put this in there.
So if you guys want to watch some tabletop, this is the guy I actually watch. He does bolt action. It looks like he's doing a Western right now. But you can go here, say hi. And yeah, with that, see you guys later tonight for some Dark and Darker. Peace.
Okay, Josie's come out. He's gonna charge Felina.